What is happening, everybody? My name's Seven and welcome to a brand new video. Now in today's video I'm going to be teaching you the locations that are the best places to land within the military base in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Now this is where the location is, so at the bottom island here at the military base, just outside on the right side, you'll see two settlements of buildings, and this one is the one you are wanting to land on. It's just a radio tower. This is one of the best places for sure to get loot. It obviously all varies because loot is random, but these are the high chance areas where you can find the best loot. Now this area that I'm landing on right now is one of the two radio towers you can land on within the area of the military base. Now within this video I'll show you 5 locations that you can go to, which guarantee you by the end of looting these areas, if you are the individual who gets to them first, you will find the best weapons, the best armor, and you will also find yourself a ton of meds and stimulants such as the energy drink. So as you see currently on screen, I find weapons on the bottom floor, nothing on the top floor, and I find myself some support items like the backpack on the roof. I also bump into a player here because it is going to be a high contested area. This guy unfortunately doesn't get a weapon, and thankfully for me, I find a weapon before he gets one and I get the clean kill. This will happen, of course, but I actually had a really good dive. This is one of those rare times where the plane was really far away and I only just reached the island. So always be wary of other players. This is a highly contested area. Now the second location that's worth visiting within the military base is right next to the tower itself. It's literally just down the hill. You will have to go down a safe way down the cliffs or follow the road down to the building that I've just marked on the screen. Now there's also a garage to my left which I didn't visit, but sometimes you can find weapons there. But this radio station in here, you will always find weapons and attachments, and there's always loads. So I walk in here and I find myself an M416, I find myself some bandages. They're obviously going to be very useful. I look around, sometimes things spawn in the doorway. We've got a hatchet which we don't need, and we got ourselves our first med kit, which is great. We need as many of those as we possibly can, of course, while playing. When we search around in here, sometimes you can find backpacks, you can find SMGs. I walk over a Vector right there. We have a level 2 backpack, and we also have some armor for the first time, which we got a level 2, as well as a level 3 helmet. Now these level 3 helmets are the best in the game, as you will know if you play this game. And once again, we've got some more ammo as well for our assault rifles. So this area is worth visiting, especially just to grab extra attachments to defend myself with. Let's head on to the third location. Now the third location is, once again, we're going right across from where we just were, so you can travel from each of these different areas. You'll see 6 bunkers marked on the map. Now there are only 3 that you can have access to, which are the 3 I'm marking right now. Each of these can sometimes have great weapons. You can sometimes find sniper rifles, assault rifles in here. You often find some low graded helmets, no more than level 2. We can also find some extra attachments as well. So that is just me searching one of them. While passing over, you will see these blocked up bunkers. They're the ones I mentioned you can't have access to. In this one, the second one that we visit, I find myself a shotgun, which is great for looting the compact areas within the military base because the shotgun is OP, as well as a level 2 helmet, but of course we had a level 3, we didn't need to pick that up. Now if we head over to the third and final one, over in here as well, you can find extra weapons as well, and it's also one of the best places if you want to fight away in the military base. Say for example you have a car you want to pull in, you can reverse it into this location and use the car in the back end of the bunker alongside your car as extra cover. Bearing in mind cars can be blown up, so that's a strategy you have to be careful of. So in here we find some more shotguns. Like I say, it varies every time. I often find assault rifles in there, but that is the third area that I would advise you guys visiting. Let's move on to the fourth. The fourth area is just across from that final bunker that we've just came from, and this is the Watchtower. You can see it marked on the map right here, and this is what the building looks like. Now this building has a level floor. We have 1 floor, a 2nd floor, and a 3rd floor with an outside balcony as well. Now in here what we find is straight away we find 2 energy drinks, which are great for stimulating your character. Now if you don't know what energy drinks do, they basically give you extra energy that helps make you run faster and heals your health dramatically over a course of time. Now also we find ourselves a level 3 backpack, which is brilliant, as well as a UMP, which in my opinion is one of my favorite SMGs. It's so good. Now we look on the roof here, and don't worry about the barrier coming in. That was expected. I'd spent a long time looting. We find nothing of interest on the roof, but there are obviously backpacks if you haven't already got some sometimes, as well as armor. We head upstairs, and on the 3rd floor I've often find sniper rifles, but we find some Molotovs, and then we head around the other side and we find ourselves a Kar 98, which is, in my opinion, the best sniper that you can actually get within the game, other than the ones you get in the supply drops like the AWM. The next best area to loot will be the 3 big main apartments. Now, I often dive down and land on one of these roofs, I collect something, and then I jump straight off and I go and find myself a vehicle, and I drive to the towers, which I originally showed in the beginning of the video. Now, on the rooftops of these can be some amazing gear. Of course, there's great gear inside of the buildings as well, so they're worth looting if you have the time. I didn't have the time, but also this is an area which you can land on from the plane, so I found myself some really good camouflage. I got myself the good coat, and I also find myself a level 3 military vest, which is brilliant, the best you can have. These things will obviously help you when you're getting into those gunfights. We found another Molotov as well as another shotgun. Now, there's 3 roofs obviously you can search, so I just always hop over the barrier and go on. But when you land here from the beginning of the game, you can imagine how intense this can actually be. But I was lucky enough, like I say, to be the plane to be flying really far away. I got myself an attachment there as well, which is brilliant, and so I got here without any struggles at all. There's some more ammunition for our assault rifle, as well as some shotgun ammo if you have a shotgun that you're carrying around, and some attachments as well. I quite often land on this roof as a starter. This is the 3rd roof, and once again it's pretty similar to all the other roofs. We found an assault rifle, we've got level 1 backpacks, we've got 2 of those, we've got some bolts for a crossbow, we've got a level 1 helmet, and we've got a level 2 chest piece. So this is really good. These buildings can be absolutely spectacular. Now, this is the final location I'm going to show you today. This is literally just across the street from the 3 apartments. This is a really good building for finding a very large array of items. In here you can find everything from your military vests to your backpacks, and we walk over a coat as well. I've even found 8x scopes in here, which are really handy for your assault rifles or your sniper rifles, of course. Now, you don't have to loot in the same order that I've looted. Any order will help you, of course, but depending on the conflict and how far the plane flew away from this location, whether you drove here because the plane flew like miles away from it, you know, if you go and loot any of these areas, these will be, of course, really useful, and you can guarantee you're going to leave this area with great loot that you wouldn't find elsewhere in the smaller areas where you're looting the 1 or 2 little houses. Now, once you've completed your looting process, the road that travels alongside the military base always has vehicles. There are sometimes 1, 2, even 3 vehicles stretching all the way from the bottom end of the military base all the way up to parallel with the towers that we originally met. Now, you can get everything from sidecars, you can get the straight motorbike, which I found here, you can get the buggies, or you can get the jeeps. Now, in this case, I found the motorbike, which is the fastest vehicle currently in the game, and it is really handy to getting out. But obviously, if you're playing in team, you are going to be looking for the buggies or for the vehicles themselves, so you can head anywhere along the road between where I am right now and the military base and the military bunker that we originally landed on the top of the tower. Now, there are loads of different areas around the map, but this is just a very precise one, all focused entirely on the military base. I do hope that this video has helped you guys, especially brand new players who've never landed in the military base before. It will provide you with the best landing spots without a doubt. Thank you for tuning in and watching today's video. I greatly appreciate it. If you need anything else, any other tips or guides, please fire away and ask me in the comment section. I'm happy to create them for you all. My name's B7, also known as Martin Wood. Like and comment and all that you love. Take care of yourselves. Peace. Oh yeah, and just as a note, if you're watching this, you're an actual legend, because technically the video is over, but I wanted to show you this. After recording this video, it took me a while. I had to do a couple of tries until I finally got the gameplay I wanted, but then I had so much good stuff. Like I say, these areas are great. I had so much great stuff, and I was so far into the game, I was like, why not survive? But the area was so far away that I had to fight for it. But unfortunately, I wasn't lucky, but you get to see this clip here, which is just a spare extra thing, showing my painful fight to try and survive, just to try and utilize the great gear that I actually collected for the video.